Hello and welcome back to the Great War Western Front. We are here defending Rathell from Chatillon-sur-Marne with 8 allied corps attacking our, 4 corps we have defending. We already lost a star there, but we have a good amount of supply. We've got an upgraded depot there. So let's see if we can hold out. All right, so we're here defending Rathell. I took some advice from the comment section and what I've learned in the past few battles and tried to build more multi-layered trenches so that even if they do successfully assault one trench, they're getting fired at the whole time by a trench behind it. And that should hopefully make it harder for them to suppress each trench as well. I put my machine guns in the second line. I had 1,000 supply to start here, over 1,000 supply. So I thought it was worth getting a few machine guns, putting them in the back. And if they start to suppress those, then hopefully the other trenches will at least be able to maintain fire. I've got 130 supply left, just from what I had to set up. I know I'll get another, 25% of the total supply back, so I'll be able to use that for some artillery barrages and reinforcements. I've got veteran infantry and some conscripts too, so no shortage of guys to call in. Let's fast forward this until they show themselves. I didn't want to spend the points on a balloon. I think the balloons are super useful, but 150 points is a lot when you're on defense. I wonder how worth it is to destroy their balloons with artillery. And I wonder if we'll be able to see it go down because of the fog of war. I feel like other times I've tried this, 2 barrages has been good enough to take it out, but we'll see. Here we go. Here's the first assault coming. Get some light artillery suppressing them, doing some damage, not a ton. But that should be plenty, as they're just out in the open in front of my infantry. I didn't really upgrade the trenches very much. I know that I could have. That's someplace I might want to consider spending some points. I think I just upgraded this trench since it's kind of central location here. And here we've got some British units as well. And this is shaping up to be a sizable assault they're throwing at my lines here. So let's drop some more heavy artillery on it. And wow, that's a lot. But we've got more guns, so we'll keep them coming. And they're suppressing some of my people, but not everyone. And I think we should be able to turn around a large number of them. Their assault's pretty concentrated on my right side here. Who can I move up? Gonna move these guys up to a closer trench. And I'm gonna call in some reinforcements because I know this is getting a little close for comfort for me. I'm just going to keep hitting this trench. Hopefully that dissuades them and sends them back. I've got more artillery. I'm not going to stop. And then sending some fresh infantry into this front trench to make sure we hold it. And they're trying to get out of this trench, but we've got, machine guns right there. Let's get some reinforcements in. Make sure we can retake these trenches, because here comes another wave. And what a wave it is. Better get some artillery on this soon before we get overwhelmed. and they are doing a good job keeping me suppressed. Let's see, I'm not seeing any attacks on my right side. And yeah, he've got some more artillery. I'm gonna drop it just outside the trenches. Let's see if I could retake this trench. And I'm gonna make sure I keep this trench full because I don't want to lose that. Which, you know, now we're in danger here. We're in danger on this right side with just the amount of troops they've poured over. I lost a machine gun nest, which is definitely not good. But I think we'll be able to hold out this trench on the right and maybe start to refill some of these trenches as I get my troops back. So we're refilling these trenches. Let's see. That should be able to keep some fire on the French troops here who are outside of the trenches. And this is a weird battle. We don't often see this outside of the trench here. But that's what we're getting. And getting a small attack across kind of no man's land here. Wow, that's everybody coming through. Let's slow this down. Because I need all of my artillery here. There's no way I'm going to hold this trench. And they're probably going to take these trenches, but they're going to pay for it. I'm trying to think of any way I can turn back this attack. My artillery is all spoken for. I've got some guys in this trench, but that's really just one trench I've got left. And I'm going to keep calling in units as quick as I can. I don't think it's quick enough. I'll try to just keep hitting this area in between the trenches with artillery as soon as it's available. But I don't have enough available. They're taking some serious losses. I don't know if we'll be able to push back into these next couple trenches though. And just looking real quick, I don't see any attacks across the rest of my front. Let's get these guys in a skirmish formation. There we go. This company is down, so we can turn back to firing at the British in no man's land here. I guess it's not really no man's land, just kind of space between the trenches. Let's pull these guys back to clear up a spot. And there we go. We've got some artillery back now that we can call in. I've got to watch my supply. I'm down to 60. So I might need to start using conscripts. And how are these guys still suppressed? They should be able to hit these Brits jumping in my trench. I do at least have more companies coming up. We'll put these guys in skirmish formation. in case they start getting hit by artillery. I've got to start watching my artillery usage here. They can't have many reserves left. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but wow, they definitely can't be as low on reserves as I am. And they're just suppressing all of my trenches here. You know, I'm bad at this, but let's move some units over. I'm gonna call some units over from these other trenches just to get some reinforcements here. And look at that, the casualties they're taking are crazy. The only way I see myself getting overrun is if I just completely run out of troops to call in. All right, who just surrendered this trench? We've got to assault it, but I can stay in the trench to get to this one. I wonder if I can make it to this trench. My last artillery barrage. We've got 11 minutes left in this battle. I just blew through supply. I think my mistake might have been all the machine gun nests once again. That I just used too many. 4 might have been too many, and they're effective at first, but they can get suppressed and knocked out pretty quick. Let's get you in this trench. Get ready to assault the next one over. Let's see, yep, we turned back those 2 British companies. Good. Actually, we can be smarter about this. You can stay in the trench, and I can move these guys right into the trench here so we're not in range of the British rifles. And this is just an assault across the open without artillery support, and I'm hoping we can turn it back. I mean, how many guys can they have left? They did start with 8 corps, so they have truly a ton of guys. But they're not hitting me with artillery. That makes me think that maybe they're out of supply. All right, so our first conscript unit there turned back and assault. That's good. And looks like we're doing some damage. Maybe we can hit these British guys before they get in the trench. We got it. We've got 2 companies to their 1. Let's bring up another conscript unit because that's all we can afford. And get in that trench before you're decimated by rifle fire. We're on the right side of a stalemate here. I wonder if they're going to offer a ceasefire. Because they can't have many troops left. Casualties haven't been pretty for anybody. but definitely not for them. Gonna do that same move here to get through the trenches without exposing myself to fire too much, hopefully. We'll swap, put the regulars up. Hopefully they could do a little more damage, I think. Yep, that's one down. And another company just going straight across the middle. Hopefully they don't last. Oh, here comes another big one. The casualties they're taking are crazy, but that doesn't seem to mean much. They're just throwing everything at my right. But they look like they're out of artillery. Yeah, we gotta start pulling everybody back. And this company can't last long. Yeah, now they're turning around. They're almost completely done. I don't know if I'll be able to retake X without severely risking my positions. We'll just move these guys back so that they're still in trenches and in a defensible spot. I don't want to let my guys out of trenches where they're going to just take casualties for no reason. So we lost X. That throws us just back into a stalemate. But I think the casualties will speak in our favor. And now we can get back on the trench walls here and start to deal some casualties to this next company assaulting us. I don't think I'm going to try to storm any trenches here, because it would be silly to do that without artillery. What do I have? I just have one unit in this trench, but it's such a long run from where they're coming from. I don't think anyone's going to make it and do serious damage. I've got it on fast forward. I don't know how long they'll keep trying this at me. Allies request a ceasefire. Yeah, we'll accept it. So we held our ground. Looks like a stalemate here. And how did we get so much score? Oh, because they captured point X. They took more national will damage though, and a lot more replenishment cost. So I'll take that. Stalemate, we're only down 2, they're down 5. Let's see where else they try to attack. They're attacking the same exact spot, but from Chateau Thierry. Still have 1,000 supply, and again, 8 core, and we've got 15 battle fatigue here. All right, so here's my new theory I'm rolling with. I've got defense in depth, 2 to 3 lines of trenches almost everywhere. I've only got, I think, 2 machine guns, so I've got more supply elsewhere. And I'm trying 2 light artillery and 1 heavy artillery, being that the light artillery is better for suppression and will at least slow them down when they're attacking. And that's going to save more points for more reinforcements and continuous artillery barrages. All right, I'm going to fast forward until we see any Brits here. I believe it's Brits we're facing in this sector. Now, the thing I'm most nervous about is my battle fatigue. We've got 15 battle fatigue here from the last battle we fought, so our guys are going to break a bit quicker. And I don't think I'm quite ready for that. If they come at me just as hard as they did in the last battle, I see myself just getting overwhelmed. Hopefully the multiple lines of trenches can help, but they're just, if they just suppress heavily with artillery, I don't know what I'll be able to do. And that's another thing I'm kind of thinking about, is using more trenches versus trenches that are stronger and more filled out. Because if I have more trenches, then they have to suppress every single one of them versus just suppressing a couple of very strong trenches. See, a couple minutes in, haven't seen a single attacker yet. They've got 2 balloons up. I don't think I'm going to waste any artillery shots at them. See, here they come. I'm going to put this on slow, make sure I get my artillery in an optimal spot here. And hopefully with the artillery barrages and the fire from my trenches, we've got grenadiers here, these Gurkhas. So I haven't seen Gurkhas before. Just from general history knowledge, they're pretty tough troops. I don't know exactly what their, how that works in gameplay here, but I'm not excited about facing them. I don't think that's going to make things easier for me, especially when they're in my trenches. All right, so they took a trench already. Not optimal. Let's get reinforcements up. And they're hitting my machine gun with artillery, which that's why we have multiple layers of trenches here. Oh, so these are Indian, not Canadian. Wow, that was quite ignorant of me. These are Indian troops, which makes a lot more sense with the Gurkhas now that I think about it. And I'm going to just slam these trenches with artillery since they're coming at me so heavily from them. And hopefully with that level of artillery fire, we can keep them from successfully counterattacking me here. See if we can get one of my companies up into that next trench. I think we've got this under control here. Yeah, all their companies are turning around. They're taking rifle and machine gun fire. I think we're okay. And I think they're going to take out that machine gun before too long. What is hitting my troops here? This doesn't look like a standard artillery barrage. There were Gurkhas in the woods? Oh, come on. That is not fair. They just completely destroyed 2 companies and I didn't even see them. Oh, and here comes another big wave. I'm not ready for this. So let's slow this down. Let's get some more troops coming over. Who can I bring over? I don't really have a good plan here. I'm just hoping that volume of fire, defense, and depth is going to buy me some time. I'm not confident in it, though. And let's get that artillery in. Alright, so we got in this trench. Captured it. Good. We have just open combat here. Neither side in a trench. This is weird. So I've still got these two trenches on the side. They're just pushing on X hard. I don't know that I'm going to win this battle in the trench. I probably should have hit them with artillery first. But I've got an opportunity to intercept this attack. Which I definitely need to, since my trench system is so beat up. At least these two trenches are still intact. And this trench is empty. Let's make sure I get someone in here. I don't want to lose that. My artillery is doing some work on them advancing, but not enough. And I lost my machine gun nest here. And they're calling in a ton of artillery on my counterattack. Where are my reserves here? I've just got to keep my trenches manned. I need another line of trenches is what I really need. These two are holding up okay. They're actually not doing too bad. And if I can keep these two lines suppressed while my trench over here keeps firing, I might be able to hold this. We're going to retake this trench at least. And we're going to do some damage while holding this trench. So there's some hope. Not a lot, but some. Let's see. I don't know if I want to send an attack with this company. Let's go. Let's move these guys laterally since we're getting attacked anyway. This is just messy. There is so much fire. I don't even know where to put my artillery. It's just a mess of everybody in here. All right, so we captured this trench, which is good because now we can hit this trench from both sides. If they capture it, then I'm going to move. If they capture it, then I'll drop artillery on it. That's what I'm gonna do. What is my trench situation looking like here? First off, skirmish formation. And we've got another wave coming. Start hitting it. All right, now it's time to go, especially since they've got artillery dropping on that position. These two trenches are still holding strong. For now. I'm not going to count on that forever. or even for very long. I really want to recapture this trench. That would really help my defense. But it looks like these companies are pretty weak and they're suppressed. So once my guys get in there, I think I can retake this trench. I'm not certain about this strategy, but I'm going to try to just send some conscripts forward at that trench. They can't have many reserves left. I like how that sounds, especially since I'm not completely desperate yet, which is where I was last time I saw that message. But this is a lot coming at me here. I don't know what I can do. Having more artillery to call in is helpful. Having more reserves I can lean on is helpful. I'm just not sure what... it's a geography problem here. Let's get this stronger company up to the firing line. Let's actually retreat this weaker company and fill in a fresh one. Now I really miss that 4th artillery battery. It would be really nice to have them to call in. These woods are acting like cover, so I haven't really noticed that gameplay mechanic before. That the woods limit your line of sight. Having these trenches overlap is really helpful and limits how much damage they can do. I'm going to try to capture this trench. Let's see if I can get up there. Are we just going to meet in the middle and fight? Just going to run right past each other in the communications trench? I like it. And as soon as they're getting out of the trench, things are going to get messy. Alright, so we've got to take this trench. Can't lose that. Let's actually move this company up, because that one's vital for me to hold. And I'm not sure what this French company's doing, just hanging out here. But if they want to get out and run around, that's fine by me. I'll take that. Alright, so looks like these conscripts might actually take this trench. Excellent. Because now I'm rebuilding that defensive line. And that gives me a much more secure foothold here. I feel much better about facing down assaults coming in because I can start hitting them from further away. And I got the note that their supply is worn down. So I'm guessing that means they're going to be kind of limited in how many more attacks they can send at me. We're already hitting them with heavy artillery, which is good. Let's see, yeah, we've got this company going up to that frontline trench, which is good. We've already got a conscript company holding it. I'll be very happy to have a regular company up there as well for some extra firepower, especially when they get in hand-to-hand. Already turned around one company, but now I'm suppressed here. When they get a little closer, we'll get the second line firing. I find myself playing on half speed a lot during these big assaults. I wonder how many other people are doing that, or if it's just me and this game's a little faster than I'm used to. So now they're in the open. That gives my second line a good shot at them. Of course, the conscripts are going to turn. No, actually, they're still holding out. We managed to hold this one. Awesome. All right, I'm pulling that company back because they are just about done. We'll get reinforcements up there right away. I'm gonna lose that conscript company. Oh, I already hit them with artillery, so they decided to run. And that basically just handed the trench over to me. But if they're gonna leave that trench open, I will gladly take it. And here comes another wave. And really bad time for the guys in this company to get to that trench, because they're about to get hit by artillery and a human wave assault. Oh, didn't realize I had this company just waiting around. I'll bring them up to my second line trench. The assault over the center is not going to be a problem. Got a few trenches hitting them. The left side is going to be a little more difficult, but I'll start to drop artillery on them and make it real uncomfortable for them to stay there. If I keep this up, I'll keep weakening them until I feel like I'm in a spot where I can, I don't know if I really want to assault that trench. I'd like to have it, but I think it would be more beneficial for me just to have, to keep my troops in one piece. I'll just call them up to this trench. It's the closest one that's got an unoccupied slot, and I want to keep my troops in cover. They're really pounding my trenches with artillery here. So I'm down to conscripts for reinforcements now. And here we go. Another assault. Oh, and I'm out of supply, so there goes my artillery support. Let's get into cover and hold these trenches. I can't imagine they have too much left to throw at me. After those artillery barrages. And they're coming over the top at me, which doesn't seem too wise. I'm going to send this regular company over to try to hold this other trench. No, don't go over the top. I thought you'd go through the trench. Let's get you in this trench. Still 5 minutes left. That's enough time for things to go wrong. Here we go. We're going to have a good trench battle here. But I think we'll win it. Let's get some conscripts up there for extra muscle. I wonder if I can retake this trench. Again, keeping in cover is just super important. Are these guys just crawling really fast? They're crawling as fast as some of the other guys are running. I'd imagine that's a bug, because if it's not, it looks super weird. It's like I'm being attacked by an army of snakes. I think getting that front trench was pretty helpful. Help me put some extra fire on those guys. Yeah, they're really only able to get 2 companies into my trenches. But I've got enough here to push back the assault. Oh, here we go. Now they're coming over the top, and I'm hoping my other trenches can fire at them enough. But they did get a good amount of suppression on me. My reserves are pretty thin everywhere else. I don't really want to empty more out. But we got 3 minutes, and I don't want to be too risky. I'm going to send this weaker company off to the left and just force them to take out one more trench. That's another trench that needs to be suppressed before they can come at me. Another trench they have to fire artillery at, or if they don't, another one that's at least firing at them. Gonna move my backup company here over this trench on the right, just for some more weight in my defense. And these guys should be unsuppressed pretty soon. That's gonna make it real tough for this company to get into the trench. They didn't make it, but the one behind them will. And we've got 3 French companies coming at me now in the trench system. First one's not gonna make it through. Second, third probably will. All right, but they decided to go over the top, and that's a lot of rifle fire coming at them. I don't think they're gonna make it. I like this trench design, having kind of staggered 3 layers. Makes it much more difficult for them to suppress everybody. And this last reserve company I brought over from the right side. They're all I've got left. I don't think I have time to get that another company up to this trench. What I will do is send a company through the trenches to this one on the left, in case the first company there gets worn down. It's only 55 seconds. I don't think that's enough time, even though they do have a pretty big advantage here. I don't think that's enough time for them to really push through and get at my control points. And that's the main thing I'm worried about holding here, because if I hold the control point, I think that's going to keep it a victory for me. 28 seconds, but they've got a lot of troops coming at me. I'm unsuppressed now, though, so all my trenches are firing. I think we'll hold. And I'm gonna move this conscript company just out in the open, just for one more company that I can get shooting at them. Excellent. We held. I think that's actually gonna be a victory for us. And we have a minor victory. We got +3 will there, got some money, some supplies. Their replenishment cost was, wow, almost, yeah, 3 times ours. So that's got to be hurting their pocketbook a little bit. I can't imagine they're swimming in gold right now. Not that we have a ton, but it's got to be hurting them more. Considering we've burned through, I don't know, just the last two battles, what, like almost 4,000? Yeah, our national will actually improved one there. Let's see, 1,200 to our gold reserves and a research point. Spies everywhere. Low ammunition. Our supply bank is low. So I guess that means we gotta spend some money on supplies. Hoping to do something more exciting with my research point, but it might be just something that gets me more supplies. I saw someone playing online using gas shells. That looked pretty powerful. I'd like to get that eventually. Just looking at these logistics options. Wartime taxes would be good, but that requires 2. Let's see. Grenades might be helpful with that blast power for covering trenches. The field hospital would be good. I'd like that one. Landing strip, not yet. I'd like bombers. They seem fun, but I think I'm going to go with field hospital. That's what's going to help me maintain my ability to fight here. And I think I'm going to try to limit my attacks here. To just where I have a good advantage. Let's see. I could here. Yeah, my guys are not too beat up, so I could attack there. This is another opportunity for me in Châtillon-sur-Marne. I'm not just swimming in troops here. Got to really pick my battles. And I don't want to... I mean, it obviously would be good for field hospitals to build them everywhere, but I can't. I'm definitely going to build one there, because that's somewhere that they've just been hitting me hard. I wonder where I can pull someone else from to reinforce that. Conscript, regulars. I'm going to send a regular there. And in Lille, let's see, what else do I have? Somewhere I've got veterans. And I can't remember where. But they were quite useful to have in battle. Oh, here we go, the elites. This might be a good move for me. I'm not going to worry about my planes right now, because I haven't seen them using planes. I'll leave them in place. So I think that'll be our first battle of the next one, attacking from Leon to Chateau Thierry. All right, thanks again for watching. Let's check my events first. Warning Americans, and then defeat 3 heavy artillery. Interesting. We took a couple out last turn. I'm sure we can get to some more next time. All right, thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments what I'm doing wrong, what I can fix for next time to help me win a few more battles. I appreciate you watching, and have a good one.